the wrong one, Max.
The wrong one?
Yep, that's us. Top thing.
Did he pull the cord? So we don't have the echo?
Yeah, we're good.
Well, hello, friends. Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of February 11th, 2024. I'm Caleb Black.
Tim.
Along with Luke the Big Dog Williams, our in-studio producer, the mighty Max Fury, our in-studio correspondents. We got Special K and Hard R. We are sans Big Bad John and Sweet Tea today, but that's okay.
That is okay.
How's your Sunday, Luke?
It's the day after Saturday.
Yes, it is. Yanni, hello all. This should be another great show met by an equally good KB is what grinds my gears session. Oh, I got a couple today, Yanni.
Yay.
Don't you worry. I got a couple.
He always has something.
Max, how's your Sunday, sir?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
I'm glad to hear it.
All right.
Ladies, how's your Sunday?
Okay.
Great.
All right.
If,
Well,
if it sounds different, that Max sounds different on here, it's because he's in a different spot.
that's right. We switched things up in the studio today. Max is taking the wheel of this bad boy. Going to help us drive it straight off a cliff.
That's right.
Woo!
That's right. So if anything happens, we're going to put it on Max.
That's right. It's all Max.
Do we yellow
Oh,
doil
Max.
rules right before we go?
All right. So,
That's right.
let's get right into the meat and potatoes. First of all, we understand today is Super Bowl Sunday. So we understand a lot of folks are going to be wanting to watch football, except for Yanni, because he's a Canad. Hockey fucking maple syrup sucking Canad, who likes a sport that doesn't exist. That's not true. Hockey's great.
Hockey is great, just not Canadian hockey.
Yeah, we like American hockey.
Yeah.
Just like American football.
Where we call it lacrosse.
That's a great fucking joke. Well done. All right, Max, take us on this journey. What's our top story for the day?
Top story today is Toby Keith passed away.
Man, ain't that about a bitch?
Was a competitor in TNA.
He was.
One of the first episodes.
The first episode was in the Battle Royal for the NWA World Heavyweight
The
Championship.
99-cent pay-per-views, if I remember right, hit Jeff Jarrett with a perfectly placed suplex,
Yeah.
and then eliminated him.
Yeah.
Toby Keith, of course, known for the country ballads and
Country music legend, I think, in his own right. Inspired an entire generation of patriots with his music. Man, what a shame. What a shame to see him go. Too young, 61 years old.
A lot of good prognosis, and then it just
63, I'm sorry.
went south. So,
Yeah.
rest in peace to Toby Keith.
Rip.
Everyone needs to go out this weekend and have them a red Solo cup. So,
Yeah. Whiskey for my men, beer for my horses.
see, I tried.
All right.
You did good, baby.
All right, let's
Already
go
watched
up.
the hockey game. Super Bowl's on the background because your show takes priority. Thank you,
Aw.
Yanni.
Here you go, my man. This all for you. I know, I had to start it with the top story because it's important that this is talked about.
Motherfucker. Okay, we get TNA in its infancy in the early 2000s on Spike TV, and it's great. It's a genuine alternative.
Yeah.
Then Dixie Carter, in her misguided sensibilities, hire Eric Bischoff, Hulk Hogan, and a smattering of other talent who you couldn't give a fuck less about the success of the company. Dixie Carter causes a major contract dispute with Spike TV because she lied about rehiring Vince Russo. To the point where they pull all the funding. They say, fuck you, we don't want you.
Yeah.
Destination America steps up and says, we can't pay you as much, but we'll keep you on TV. Great, they get that deal. This time, TNA's fucking up a buyout deal with Billy Corgan.
Yep.
Billy Corgan steps off the deal. Destination America says no. They get put on another network that I don't even remember because they were only on there for like 6 months. And then Anthem steps in. And Anthem says, we'll buy you. We'll put you on TV. We'll throw you some money to pay your talent. That's all we're fucking doing.
Yeah.
Great deal. Scott D'Amore. Scott D'Amore has been there since the company started. The guy steps up and says, you know what? I'll run the fucking thing. I'll fix it. It's going to be hairy for a little while. It's not going to be good. Let me right the ship. The ship gets so fucking right. At one point in time, Kenny Omega, AEW World Champion on the number 2 show, is also the Impact World Champion on the number 3 show. They've got top AEW talent coming in. They've got top Japanese stars like Kazuchika motherfucking Okada was on the Access Network this week in a 6-man tag match with the Machine Guns. Scott D'Amore takes this company from an irrelevant shell and completely rebuilds it. Makes it so marketable that they're able to buy back the TNA brand and rebrand as their original fucking name. And then Scott D'Amore goes to Anthem and says, listen, there's a lot of hot talent out there. We just signed Nick Nemeth, formerly Dolph Ziggler.
Yep.
We just signed Mustafa Ali, two of the top workhorses from the WWE brand, and people are looking at us. Last couple of years, I managed to broker a deal with the WWE and get Royal Rumble spots for our women's champion. Scott D'Amore is responsible for all of that work. Anthem says, Scott, we appreciate your contributions, but we're not giving you any more money. Scott says, okay, we're not going to get more money. Can we get an extension on airtime? Can you give us a runoff? Can we get some live shows? Can you put a little infrastructure, at least into our pay-per-views, because that's what makes up the bulk of our revenue. Anthem, who owns the fucking thing and should want them to make money, and they're making more money now than they have in the past 10 years. They just did 2 back-to-back sold-out pay-per-views in entirely new arenas, for them, entirely new markets. Anthem says, no, we're not going to give you anything else, Scott.
I've heard this story before.
No.
It was Major League.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. So then, Scott D'Amore says, well, if I can't do that, if I can't hire more talent, if I can't produce any extra television, how the hell can TNA keep growing? And you know what Anthem's response is? We don't know, Scott, but it's not going to grow under you, and unceremoniously fire the hardest working guy for the brand in 20 plus fucking years and replace him with an Anthem show to their quote, end quote, was, the current product is too much of what Scott D'Amore wants and not what Anthem wants. Anthem could give a fuck less about their success. It's because of what Scott D'Amore wanted that you had AEW scouting talents and buying them. You had WWE scouting talents and buying them. You had WWE brokering the deals for the Royal Rumble. You had WWE offering to let that brokered the deal that got TKO's parent company to pay for their new streaming service and library.
Yep.
All of that success. After all of the terrible mismanagement on behalf of the Jarretts and on behalf of Dixie Carter, Scott D'Amore managed to keep a company that has lasted longer than WCW did, alive, with paid talent.
That's true. A lot of people don't really look at it that way.
It's been around since 2001.
Yeah.
The company itself
WCW closed.
is 22 years old. And Scott D'Amore has been there.
Wow, wait a minute. God, 22 years
Scott
old.
D'Amore has been there since the beginning. And it's the only reason it survived this fucking long. It's the only reason it's as relevant and as hot as it is again. You've got international stars, guys like Dolph Ziggler, who could have walked into AEW in Japan and demanded millions, and Tony Khan would have wrote the check. Dolph Ziggler said, I want to go to TNA. I want to go where the workhorses are. I want to go have good wrestling matches. We've talked on this show a ton about how well produced the show is. It's the best produced wrestling TV show, period.
Yep.
They put their commercials in the right spots. They put their runoffs in the right spots. They let the main event take the bulk of their fucking TV time. For all intents and purposes, if the WWE had been producing shows like that for the last 10 years, just with that format the fuck alone, Chipmunk would still have a job.
Yeah.
But he doesn't, because they fucked it up. It's because of Scott D'Amore's influence. They got the outreach that Dixie Carter fucked up. Scott D'Amore's the reason New Japan worked with them again.
Yep.
And gave them, again, the most influential wrestler in Japanese history, modern Japanese history, Okada, coming to TNA shows. Will Ospreay coming to TNA shows. Yep. Kenny Omega, Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, Claudio, all of them. But no, the parent company decides, hey, you have too much influence, so we're going to cut you loose. How do you have too much influence over a good thing?
Right.
How do you have too much influence when you're making the company money?
I don't know. A lot of the professional wrestlers this week come out in standing in solidarity.
Jordan Grace.
With Scott D'Amore as well.
Naomi. Josh Alexander. A smattering of former TNA talents. Hell, even fucking Diamond Dallas Page tweeted out support for Scott D'Amore.
Yeah.
If it hadn't been for Scott D'Amore, the Bullet Club never would have come to TNA. You never would have had Cody on his path to redemption.
No.
It was Scott D'Amore who brokered that deal. It was Scott D'Amore who brokered the TV deal with AEW that brought Kenny Omega over to win the Impact World title and brought them the highest views they'd had in 10 years during that time. It's because of Scott D'Amore they were able to go back into Nashville and Las Vegas and reopen up their territory instead of just producing from the Impact Zone. Because then they were able to get back on the road. It's because of him they're able to sign talents like Moose with an extent. The only person in history to sign a multi-million-dollar extensive contract is because of Scott D'Amore's hard work. Not the network, not a billionaire's idiot daughter, not a bunch of WCW burnouts, not even guys straight from the WWE. Nick Nemeth came there because of Scott D'Amore's influence. Christian Cage, arguably one of the most influential superstars in the last 25 years, walked into Impact and got the Impact World title because of Scott D'Amore. But no, not good enough for Anthem in their fucking bullshit 2-week pre-recorded time slot that you have to follow with 2 other wrestling shows and still does the most numbers for their network all week long, outside of hockey and their music replays.
It's sad to see somebody who actually gives a shit about the business
in the 11th
thrown out like this.
In the 11th hour, right, when the WWE is getting as hot as it's ever been, when AEW is on a low, when the NWA, which was primed again to be the 3rd show, we talked about that, loses their deal, and TNA has so much momentum, they're slowly ticking up to that number 2 spot, and they take the guy driving the bus out from behind the wheel. That would be like if right now TKO grabbed Triple H, shit-canned him, and replaced him with some office jockey who doesn't know shit all about wrestling but knows exactly what the budget for staplers is for TKO. That's the same thing. Most competitive they've ever been.
Yeah.
Ever been. And they're on a bullshit. They're not even on primetime TV anymore. They weren't this competitive when TNA was on Spike.
Welcome, Wolfie.
And now, they brokered the deal with fucking OBW just got the Netflix deal. WWE got the Netflix deal. Anthem's this close to brokering a prime spot for these guys. And instead, no. We're going to fire Scott D'Amore. We're going to hire some TV exec who runs, again, a second-rate, third-base fucking TV network whose primary media source is other wrestling content.
Yeah.
And they still pull the best numbers. I know 300,000 or 100,000, whatever the fuck it is, ain't shit a week. But if you compare that audience, the size of that audience to the WWE's, that's a ratio comparable number. USA Network gets, what, 30, 40 million viewers per day?
At least.
And the WWE guarantees to pull a tenth of that audience every day? These guys get maybe 1 million views a day. And they're pulling 20% of the views. That's a huge fucking ratio. And Anthem, here's the other fucked up thing, it's $1 billion company. They've got as much money as the Khans and Vince. And they refuse to put any money into the infrastructure of the company they've already put in. And granted, look, we know what Dixie Carter did with TNA, right? She tanked a bunch of her parents' money. And I can understand Anthem's reservations. But Scott D'Amore isn't asking for billions. He asked for a small infusion of cash to get some more talent, to get better TV, to better promote their pay-per-views.
Oh, yeah.
The shit where when you make money, you want to put it back into the company, they said no. Instead of just letting no be the answer, they fired him.
Yeah, it makes
the fuck are we doing here? Right. If we're going to run a wrestling company at a period of time when wrestling's getting better and better and better for everyone, and you've already got all the talent in the fucking world, how could you sit at a table where you own a wrestling company and not want to make it better, and instead take away the one guy who makes it fucking great?
Hey, there's Big Bad John.
Explain that to me like I'm a fucking 5-year-old, because I don't get it.
Sweet tea. Here's the deal. It's why would you want to let somebody like Scott D'Amore go right now?
Right.
I mean, with TKO and WWE being as hot as it's ever been.
And TKO stepping into the TNA game.
AEW working with as many, I'm going to say, TNA talents, top TNA talents that have come through AEW. You know that people are going to look at Scott D'Amore and be like, okay, what can you do for us?
Yeah, and that's the other thing. You just handed the guy at Pink Slip who could right now walk into the WWE and get a job on the creative team. No arguments had.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to put him as the underling to Triple H, who's already making the top show even better? You're handing him a loaded gun. And you're handing him a loaded gun generation.
Well, Arn Anderson had that gun.
That's right.
If I remember right.
But like Scott
Yeah,
D'Amore
but
knows what those guys
You
get
can't see
paid.
straight.
Hello, Megan.
Scott D'Amore knows
So
what
he
everyone
can see
makes.
straight.
Yeah.
He knows their
he
film
can't see
schedule.
straight because he can't hold it right, but
It's fair.
it's fair.
But seriously, they handed him a corporate ledger
Yeah.
to walk in and use his influence, and you don't think that NXT wouldn't bring Scott D'Amore on and scout all the Impact talent they can
I'm
get?
surprised Michaels hasn't even contacted him yet.
Oh, he will once his contract expiration's up. That's the thing. You just gave the other two billionaires
A loaded gun.
your own gun. Don't kill me with my own gun. That's
Yeah.
what you did.
Yep.
You loaded it. You handed it to him, and then you put the barrel on your own fucking chest. Because if Scott D'Amore goes to fucking NXT or goes anywhere, all he's got to do is be like, I know when Machine Gun's contracts are up, and I know what they're making.
Yeah.
Make him an offer. I know what Moose. I know when his contract's up. I know what to make it. Make him an offer. They can raid that locker room like they've never been
They
raided
could
before.
use him in the JR spot like back in the 90s.
Yeah. He can go to AEW.
Makes
Hey,
sense.
I know what time Josh Alexander gets off work. You want to bring back the North? Make him an offer.
Well, you
This is
know
what
that
he's making.
Ethan Page just opened back up Alpha One Wrestling in
Yeah.
Canada. Scott D'Amore, Canadian-based wrestling federation. I mean, that's his bread and butter.
That's where he
and they
made.
give their stuff out for
And-
free on Ethan Page's YouTube
And I'd
channel.
like to remind other people that might not know the history of this. Post Hart family, Scott D'Amore brokered a ton of deals for guys like Edge, Christian, Rhino, a bunch of the Canadian talents and interconnected West Michigan talents that got big were also because of D'Amore's influence.
Right.
But no, line them up. Line them up. Let them do all the fucking work.
All right, let's hit us with our next
Either way,
story.
that'd be all of that to say, I hope Scott D'Amore gets the best fucking job he can
Oh,
land.
yeah, 100%.
I hope that he does more good in wrestling for everybody, and I hope that TNA comes to regret this decision more than they've ever regretted anything.
I 100%
Because they
agree.
fucked us, and they fucked him, and it just doesn't make a lick of sense.
What they've done is they've actually made him more money in the long run. They just don't
Yup.
realize it yet.
Imagine Paul Heyman and Scott D'Amore.
Well, they're going to have to pay 4 other guys to be able to do the job that Scott did in the first
Yep.
fucking place.
Paul Heyman and Scott D'Amore sitting side by side scouting
Oh, I'd
talent.
be okay with that.
Yep.
I'd totally be okay with that. Hit us with the next one there, Maximus. Vengeance
Day.
All right, Max, take us away with Vengeance Day.
Okay, Vengeance Day. I don't remember the order. You guys remember the order?
No, I don't care.
Whatever
Just
thing
read them
I
off.
forgot.
Yeah, read him up.
This is the only graphic we have for Vengeance
This
Day.
Yeah,
is
we
the
ain't-
only
yeah.
graphic that we have.
All you need to know is that that Trick was the main event. That's it.
Yep.
That was down here. Okay.
Vengeance Day.
I think this might be relatively the order. We're going to go with the no disqualification. Dijak versus Joe Gacy.
Yeah, we all went for Joe Gacy.
All went for Joe Gacy.
All lost.
Ain't that about a bitch?
Teabag won.
Wrong.
Teabag!
This, of course, isn't over. If you've seen NXT this week, you know that this is just the beginning for Joe Gacy and Dijak.
But hey, what a
When
great
he slid out of the front of the
Yeah.
ring, that goofy ass grin and shit.
great fucking match though.
Oh, it's brutal as
Yeah.
fuck, dude.
That's
I
always
love on NXT this week, Dijak's wrestling the champ on the outside, and you see a hand come out from underneath the ring and try to trip him,
Yeah.
but he misses. And he goes back into the thing, and Dijak's like, he lifted up, there's nobody there. So he goes around the other side to grab a weapon or something like that, and all of a sudden, Gacy's head pops out from underneath the thing, and he goes, Hi, Dijak!
Fantastic.
Fucking hilarious.
Goofy ass
Yeah.
grin. It was great.
The next Bray Wyatt, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Dijak, of course, his contract is up in April, too.
Yeah.
That was just announced today. But yeah, so we all went Gacy, we all lost.
What a shame.
Realize we only have one more pay-per-view of this game left.
I know, buddy. I know.
And then we had the family versus OTM.
Six-person tag, sorry.
Which was fucking great.
We all went with the family.
First off, I am
And
such
we
a
were all
fan of
right.
Rizzo.
Yeah.
Such a fan of Rizzo,
Yeah.
Oh, I
dude.
thought that she was fantastic.
She was
I loved it.
amazing.
Yeah, she was
I
great.
loved it.
Yeah. The family fucking man.
It's,
Unanimous?
Yeah.
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 Unanimous for the family. We are all right on that one. I thought the whole pay-per-view was like a 5-star.
Everything
Oh, yeah,
was
for
great.
sure.
4.5
Nothing-
just because there was a couple little things.
Yeah, but there
Little
wasn't
things.
anything like embarrassingly bad like we've
No.
seen before on certain NXT
No.
shows. The whole show from top to
I
bottom
think
was
the
fucking
worst
great.
match
Yeah, yeah.
we'll get into when we get there. but
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have, let's get into the Dusty Classic.
Wolf Dogs!
Wolf Dogs! Versus Trick Mello.
Yep,
We all went with the Wolf Dogs.
we did.
We all won.
We all did.
We all won.
Yeah.
Now here's the deal. They come out on NXT this week, and they
Hold
have
on,
the trophy.
can we talk about the entrance thing first? When Baron
Yes,
Corbin
yes,
was
yes,
like,
yes,
I got
yes,
a
yes,
special entrance. And Ron's like,
yeah,
what do
go
you mean
ahead.
you got a special entrance? I didn't get one. He goes, oh man, you should talk to somebody. You got time to figure it out. So Corbin comes out on his fucking chopper, looking like a badass, looking like $1 million. There's fog all around him. Then Breaker's music hits. And he pulls up beside him on a fucking chopper, looking like a badass. And then Corbin's just shaking his head the whole time, like, man,
I
come
love
on.
the fact that the crowd tells him he's an asshole. all
Yeah,
the time.
fucking great.
Here's the deal. They brought the trophy out because they had to cover up for some stuff, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But and it has Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker written on the side of the Dusty Cup.
Yeah.
And they're sitting on commentary for this tag match. And they go, well, it says Braun Breaker, or Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker. And Baron's like, yeah, you like that? I got my name first. And immediately, they're like, but not the Wolf Dogs? And Braun Breaker, without missing a fucking beat, goes, oh no, they're going to change it. They're going to change it. They're going to fix it.
It's got to be the Wolf Dogs.
It's got to be the Wolf Dogs, man.
Ooh.
But yeah, Wolf Dogs win, of course. And they get their title shot this week.
Yes, they did.
And
Stop chewing your nails on camera, dog.
I didn't chew my nails.
That's all you do.
let's talk about for the North American title, Oba Femi and Dragon Lee.
$1 million.
Obafemi
Is
is money.
a million. He's a
Unanimous
fucking $1 million,
on Obafemi?
dude.
Obafemi is printed
Money.
money
I was
in
so
every
impressed.
currency.
I
He
was
is
so
chiseled out
impressed.
of granite. That man is something. He
And
has
like they were saying on commentary, like halfway, 2/3 of the match, he wasn't even breaking a sweat, and they
No.
even made mention of guys like Brock Lesnar
Yeah.
or anybody would have blown up less than halfway.
not
through.
to mention he's only 22 years old.
6'6", 240 pounds, 22 years old, can already talk, can already work.
Already has the crowd behind him. He's
That-
your next.
He's the
Goldberg.
next big thing.
Yeah.
And when him and Braun Breaker get called up at the same time and finally get a chance to have a main event title match 4 or 5 years from now,
Yeah.
that's going to be the match people want to fucking see.
Obafemi, of course, retaining
You're
the
goddamn
North
right he
American
did.
Championship. We all went that way.
Retained it real good.
Yes.
Okay.
Real good, like,
Yeah, not much to complain about yet.
hi, Dad.
What's up, Mr. G?
How about for the women's title?
This was by far my least favorite match of the entire
Yeah,
night.
buddy.
Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez.
Clunky.
It wasn't, yeah, so it wasn't bad.
I don't take Roxanne Perez
This
as a number
is the
one
match
contender.
that kept me from giving the pay-per-view 5 stars.
Yeah,
Yes.
it wasn't bad, but it was a little bit just off.
Everything
right?
looked like
Yes.
it was
Yeah,
stepped
it wasn't bad, it
through.
was just off.
Yeah,
It looked like it was stepped through, that they were walking through dance steps.
yeah.
And in the end, they wasted the cash-in for Lola Vice
Yeah.
coming in to
Yeah.
cash in the Breakouts tournament and then not even get the win. It was an entire waste of a tournament.
Yeah, couple of real bad spots. The tournament spot we talked about
It was terrible.
wasn't great.
Paxley's just
Oh,
Tatum
man,
Paxley's
just-
amazing, but
Roxanne Perez has something. I just don't know if she's quite there yet to be competitive for the main title.
not against somebody like Lyra.
Because Lyra can work, but Lyra had to slow down, it felt like, a little bit, which threw Roxanne off. I don't know. There was something definitely. They were shuffle stepping.
Yeah, yeah,
Happy feet.
yeah.
A lot of happy feet.
A lot of stuttering. A lot of stutter.
Yeah.
But we all went.
Lyra Valkyria.
We all win.
Yep. We all got a point there.
Yep.
And then, for the NXT title, Ilya Dragunov
You got it right.
versus Trick Lee.
Match of the year competitor. already.
Definitely one of my favorite matches from the entire show. Trick was so fucking over,
fantastic.
it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Ilya is such a hard ass, it's disgusting.
Uh-huh.
Okay, here's the deal. Awesome teases throughout the whole match.
Yeah.
Carmelo getting hit and falling into Trick's knee.
Yeah.
Genius. Best finish of an NXT pay-per-view in the last year with the chicken fight, basically. One of them was going for the knee, the other was going for the headbutt.
Yeah.
It just so happened Elia come up on the right side of that, one forearm, and it's over. Now, the best part of this entire thing is the heel turn of Carmelo Hayes,
man,
who gets up in Trick's face and's like, "It's all right, man. You come so close. Trick Mello game for life. Trick Mello game for life," and then gets behind him and does this side turn, where as he's turning, the smile disappears.
Yep.
As he's looking at it. It's great storytelling by Carmelo Hayes. And then, of course, goes for the knee again.
Yep.
And then takes that chair and beats the shit out of fucking Trick Williams' knee.
Yeah.
The best thing is about it is afterwards he was caught on camera from WWE.com where the interviewer asked him, what on earth took place out there? And he looked right in the camera and said, "I whooped that Trick." And that's all he said. Of course, coming out on NXT the very next Tuesday, crowd started a "fuck you Mello" chant. They had to go to commercial because they couldn't get any audio through due to all the bleeping of "fuck you Mello," to the point where NXT officials had to come out and be like, "Listen, guys, this isn't going to work. We can't use any of this.
Yeah.
We can't hear it, so we can't use it."
You being so over,
Super over though.
but having so much heat that the production team has to come out and be like, "If you don't stop chanting 'fuck you,' we can't put this on TV." That's fucking heat.
Yeah.
That's over, baby.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, they could have used it, but they would have had to bleep out a ton of stuff, and that kills the audio for a lot of things.
Well,
like,
the live show you wouldn't have heard any of it.
But, like, man, how fucking over and how... People don't even chant... Like, people weren't even chanting "fuck you MJF" that much.
No.
Right? You got some "fuck you Max" chants over the course of AEW.
Yeah.
But never to the point where TNT had to step in and be like, "Hey,
knock
knock
it
it fuck off."
Yeah.
And for a random NXT following a pay-per-view, not random, but an NXT of note, of all other shows following a pay-per-view, and USA has to be like, "Hey guys, tone it down a little."
Can you kill that just a little bit?
Yeah, could you stop saying fuck?
Where did we fall on that one?
Okay, Luke, myself, and John all went Trick Williams there, but Luke and myself used to save.
So now I only have one
And
left.
Caleb went Dragunov, so he got a point there.
And Daddy still got a save for Chamber himself.
So Luke, myself, and Caleb all got 5 points. John scored 4.
How many?
Huh?
How many?
5.
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 There you go. I was hoping you'd pick up on the bit.
So we stand at 65, 64, 61, 60. That's Luke, myself, Caleb,
So I'm in
John.
third place officially now.
How many
Yes.
points between me and last?
4.
5 points.
5 points between me and Johnny. Johnny
between
is
you
in
and Johnny,
last,
yeah.
correct? Because
60,
Johnny
61, 64,
didn't
65.
use his save,
Right.
therefore fell it back a point.
So John will still have
Big
his
bad
last
job.
point for
Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber. Luke and myself have 1 point remaining, and Caleb has
1 point
1 point
remaining.
remaining.
We're all
1
got
point
one
remaining.
save left for the last pay-per-view. Let's use it wisely, gentlemen.
Wait a minute. I did use a save on something. I just can't remember what it was.
You got it back though because you won. You still got one of your saves. You used one, but the other one you got back.
Yeah, the one I'm trying to think of is what I lost though. I just don't remember.
I
what it
don't
is.
remember.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know we used. I know
It
we
was
used
something that you said along the lines of, "Man, I shouldn't have used that save. That was a waste."
Yeah, whatever. Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but we were just trying to get rid of them at the
Yeah.
time. So that way we'd have it more
Down
competitive.
to the wire now,
Yeah.
baby.
All right, so that's Vengeance Day. That
got
is the last NXT pay-per-view
one
of this series.
Pay-per-view left.
And how many points? 5 separate first from second, or first from last
First
place?
and last place, 5 points, brother. But
It'll be interesting.
remember, after Elimination Chamber, the whole thing restarts.
Well, WrestleMania has its own weekend,
Well, yeah, and then the whole
the whole thing starts Monday. That Monday.
And don't worry, y'all, because next season's gonna be crazy.
Next season,
Don't worry.
we're also in introducing other players to the picks and everything. I'm not going to give too
Don't
much
you
stuff
worry.
away right now.
We're not
but
telling you yet.
what is Wolfie saying?
New Carmelo Hayes was behind Trick's attack the moment he went to check on Trick and moving that chair.
Yep,
Oh yeah.
the chair was the giveaway.
You know what's great? That was an obvious old school trope that still works today. And as somebody pointed this out, Shawn Michaels has recycled a lot of stuff they did
With
from
him.
then with him specifically, but the shit still works.
Yeah.
Like, good for Michaels.
Yeah, 100%.
Giving it back. Taking it back. Taking it.
All right, well, let the people know where they can find us.
Oh, you can find us over on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestling Throwdown. You can follow us on X, Pro Wrestling TV. You can send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. You can follow us on TikTok at ProWrestlingThrowdown1. You can also check out streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown or the official Pro Wrestling Throwdown website, ProWrestlingThrowdown.com, where you can access the
Merch store!
and over at the
Merch store!
Can buy our merch.
Buy it.
Merch!
It's there.
All right. Well, folks, we are going to be getting in.
To
We're
more
not
the
going to
show.
be getting in another thing until next season. We're not going to do the point thing.
Yeah, no.
Another gift will be announced at the beginning of the new season.
Yep.
So you can still get in. Everything that you buy from here until we start again
Yep.
will
So that's
count
Mania.
towards.
Also, the big sale right now. All character stickers will be, or they're going to be gone
Yeah, we're
as of midnight, or I guess 12 a.m. March 1st. They
March
disappear.
1st.
yeah. So we're doing a flash sale on all the stickers. Those are going to be discontinued.
Now they're just the characters.
Yeah, just the
Yes,
character stickers.
Just the characters.
So the John Squatch.
and there are still a
Mexicano.
couple other items with characters.
Yeah.
Fat
on
head.
them, but
Fat
just
head.
the stickers, they will all disappear.
Yeah. So check it out, y'all.
Luchasaurus. Don't ever forget the Luchasaurus. All right, here's the next one. All right, we had a press conference this week.
Yeah, we did.
To where some really
goddamn
cool shit
right
took
we
place.
did. Yes, it did, pal.
Go ahead and hit us with the next one here, Kayla. I'm sorry, Max. Oh, that didn't happen, did it? Did Goldberg come back?
No. No, I
Why
don't
does
recall.
Cody look so upset?
Well, Cody had a bad case of
He
indigestion
just
that day.
finished. He just finished watching Never Ending Story Part 1.
Oh, that's where the horse died. I get it.
Artax!
All right,
No!
anyway, I'm done having fun. Here's the next one. How'd that get in there? That is American Dust.
That's Stardust with Cody Rhodes colors.
Yes, it is. Well, I mean, it's Cody Rhodes.
That's Stardust.
Well, it's Cody
Just
Rhodes
still
stuff.
Cody.
American.
Yeah, but it's Stardust.
It's the American Stardust. Mayor.
Wouldn't they just call him cocaine?
That's his
No, it's
brother.
Colombian. He's not Colombian.
All right, I'm sorry. I was having a little fun.
Puerto
This is the
Rican.
next one.
Fucking Colombian enough.
All right. The Rock
Then you're Mexican enough.
The sock!
comes out, tells everyone, I want to wrestle Roman, basically. Roman Reigns is like, I choose The Rock. Seth Rollins, probably the star of this whole show,
Mm-hmm.
by being like, that's not how it works. That's not how this works. Well, Cody comes out, calls bullshit, talks some serious smack, chooses Roman Reigns for WrestleMania, and then this happens. Oh, wait a minute. That's a Cody crybaby. I forgot to tell you. I had
Oh,
some
yeah.
of these pictures sent in for me. Hit me with the next crybaby, please.
That doesn't look anything at all like me.
No, that's Cody. And up here it says he has to eat all those chicken nuggets or he's going to turn them some bitches sideways.
Oh, I see.
As you can see, crying,
Yeah.
eating chicken nuggets at a coffee house.
As a Cody fan, we often do that.
Cody Crybaby.
Now, hey,
Fucking
I'm a
crybaby.
card-carrying member of the Cody Crybaby clan.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, hit us with the next one.
The CCC?
The Rock slaps Cody Rhodes
Oh, that...
like Will Smith slapped
Fantastic.
Chris Rock.
No, you're not the first person to make that comparison. Cornette also did on his show.
Slap taste out his mouth.
Yeah, boy, did he.
Because he was talking shit, and you don't talk shit to the one royal family in professional wrestling.
Well, Ric Flair's not there, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Rock slaps Cody.
Keep
Crowd
talking, bud.
loses their fucking minds. It's very interesting to see where this is going to go. I love that the Hollywood Rock is back, doing his Hollywood Rock thing of y'all sit down, know your role, shut your mouth.
And
Let The Rock
everybody
take
who's
you where he takes
complaining
you.
about all this crap, y'all just sit back and enjoy the fucking show.
I will not!
Like, yo, some of these wrestling fans get ridiculous, man.
Here's the deal, man. It's wrestling. It's supposed to be fun.
It's-
just enjoy it.
We all know, well, most of us who aren't, named Mark, we
Or
know
Cody.
that it's
Caleb.
basically a long written story. a long, already written out story
Hey, also,
that has slight little changes in it here and there.
Also, look at that.
So
form.
this
The
isn't
Rock has
all
not lost
some
his
big
step.
giant surprise at all.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's a fucking character.
yeah, and
Everybody's a character.
can we also real quick, because we didn't talk about this yet. The Rock's daughter,
Ava.
Ava, who is the general manager of NXT,
Is doing absolutely
Fantastic.
fantastic.
deleted her Twitter account
Due to death
Yes.
threats.
due to threats from fans
Yeah.
because of the Rock in a storyline.
Yes,
Guys,
what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
guys,
It's professional wrestling.
we get passionate here on the show. Part of that's a gimmick for entertainment. Like all of my rants and stuff, I don't go actually home and cry about Cody Rhodes.
Yes, he
Sometimes.
does. Yes, he does.
I also
Right there.
don't like, Twitter message fucking Brandy and then threaten her if Cody doesn't win. Like, touch some fucking grass, y'all.
Yeah.
Wrestling is entertainment and it's fun and it's supposed to be gripping and you're supposed to be passionate about it. But there's a fine line between passion and
If
fucking
Keanu
insanity.
Reeves does a really, really good job as a bad guy in a movie, do you guys like send him threats?
Oh, dude,
because
the
he's
kid-
an asshole now, or
The
like,
kid who played Joffrey Baratheon on Game of Thrones.
that kid is an asshole.
Hold on, though. As a kid, he got that part right. And because of people who were so out of touch with reality threatening him,
I
he
remember
quit
that.
acting.
I do. I remember that.
Like, you're threatening a
And-
fucking kid because of a fake role. You're threatening a guy's daughter.
For something she has no control over.
Professional wrestling is entertainment, and it's predetermined,
I mean-
y'all. Be passionate. Be outspoken. I'm passionate as fuck. I
Right.
scream, fucking rant and holler with all of them.
Friday Night Lights made me hate Tim McGraw, but I'm not
I
sending him
fucking
death
hate
threats.
Tim McGraw.
I knew as soon as you said it. I knew as soon as you said it. That
Fuck
would get
him.
him.
He's too much of a dickhead not to be a good guy. Sorry.
Well, watch 1883. You'll like him a lot better.
Does he get shot in it?
No, he does
Then I'm not
he
gonna
does a lot of
enjoy it.
shooting.
I'm not gonna enjoy it.
But anyway, yeah, y'all don't take it seriously. Obviously, we invest our time and energy into wrestling. That wouldn't be the case if we wouldn't be doing this show.
No.
But after this show,
Wrestling is a somewhat interactive soap opera.
yeah, man, that's all
Sit
it is.
back
And
and
enjoy
watch
the
the
ride.
show, man.
And
Supposed to
also,
be fun.
doesn't matter because Cody Rhodes is going to go on to finish the story and it's going to come
No,
back
he's
teabag
not.
Max.
2 years.
Never.
Teabag Max.
2 years.
It's going to teabag.
At least
2
2
years.
Not going to
2
happen.
years.
At
Nope.
least.
It's time.
He will lose again. Everybody will be all sad
It's not
about
going to
it.
happen. He
Maybe
loses.
with the next one.
He loses again. I'm shit my pants.
So this is what people are claiming is going to take place in Perth. This has not been officially announced yet,
But this is the current working
but this is a
conversation.
killer fucking graphic.
Hey,
And I could not share it. It is a perfect graphic.
Well, look at it this way. If you've got The Rock and you're not going to use him at Mania, use him at the international pay-per-view. Number one, you're going to get more eyes. Number two, tag match is a safe bet because he hasn't had a match in 10 years. Of course, neither is Roman, really.
Well, the last time he come in, he wrestled with John Cena against The Miz and R-Truth.
Last time that was before us.
I meant the first time that he came in, yeah.
But his last WrestleMania match with John Cena, he tore both pecs.
Yeah.
Like, he gets hurt.
Well, technically his last match at WrestleMania
was
if,
against Eric Rowan, yeah.
Yeah.
But his actual full-length
Yeah.
match, he tore both pecs. It's a safe way to make sure he doesn't get hurt. You can still sell Roman as the slow, methodic badass. You can have Cody out there working his ass off, Seth out there working his ass off, if Seth is clear. But if that happens, that's a great way to fucking do it. You get all the heat leading up to it. You get Cody and Roman at fucking Mania. You don't have to not involve The Rock, which we'll talk about here in a minute.
Yep.
But, no, fuck yeah. And also, at the Elimination Chamber, you're going to get the other number one contender already determined, which takes Seth out of the picture. And then you've got the Women's Elimination Chamber, which is going to be for the
Rhea's title.
Rhea's belt. No, Rhea's defending against Nia Jax.
No, for that championship, though, is what the Elimination Chamber will be.
That's right, yeah, because Bayley claimed for Io Sky.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot going on in that show, and what a great way to tie it off, because you don't have a big main event.
I would also like to point out for just shits and giggles at the fact that I'm very upset that Bayley was not included in the WrestleMania press conference.
Yeah.
Yet Bianca Belair was.
There was a lot.
Yeah.
Well, that is because
I get why, but
Bianca's
it's still
the
not
early
point.
slate to win to get her rematch
I
for
think the
NXT.
reason she didn't is because Io Sky isn't good enough on a microphone to be able to.
Well, there is that element to it, obviously, and I think too.
Dakota Kai coming back on SmackDown was badass.
Oh yeah, But I think with the marketing aspect alone, because of the success of her and Carmelo Hayes' show, that there was another reason she was on it. That way they could continue to market, what is it called? Carmelo and her show on
Wrestling and Love or something.
something like that.
Oh,
So-
Love and WWE.
yeah, love. So I think it was more of a marketing thing than it was like a talent
Loves
thing.
and Bianca.
And also, Bianca's slated to win the Elimination Chamber because she's going to go on to wrestle Rhea, and that's their rematch for the NXT.
Actually, I heard that it was Becky Lynch and her
it's-
for Mania.
It's going to be Bianca. It's the rematch for the NXT Women's title at WrestleMania.
I'm still going to go Becky, I think.
I think you're wrong.
Might be where I use my save.
Well, we'll see.
I can use it in the Rumble.
Yeah.
We can use
That
it
being
in
said, though, a fucking tag match also would be the first time in a while we've seen both champions. Well, actually, no, the first time since the second title that we'd see another tag match featuring both champions and a potential main event at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Sort of like that Saturday night's main event where they had Triple H and John Cena wrestle Randy Orton, Kurt Angle, and Rey Mysterio.
Hit us with the next one, please. Alright, Triple H comes out on SmackDown, tears fucking The Rock a new one.
And Roman.
And Roman says, you don't run things around here, I run things around here, and it doesn't really matter what you think about it.
It's going to be Cody and Roman at WrestleMania.
And then, of course, Aldous and Pierce are like, yeah, you've got our backing 100%.
Yep.
They lay out the Elimination Chamber matches. I did not put graphics on this week because there's
Okay.
literally one fucking face on each graphic. They don't need a graphic yet.
Yeah.
But elimination qualifying matches for men and women have both started this week and are going to get even better next week.
Drew beat AJ Styles. Randy Orton beat Sami Zayn. This week we get Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed. Take my fucking money.
Yep.
I can't
And
wait for that.
The Miz and Logan Paul.
Well, The Miz and Logan Paul and Kevin Owens and Dominic will be next week's.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Kevin and Dominic.
2 of the women's matches will take place on Raw.
Yeah, we've already
Liv
got...
Morgan and Zoe Stark.
Yeah, we've already got Becky Lynch qualified
Becky
against...
Lynch is already qualified, yes.
Against... No, did she wrestle on Raw?
I can't remember.
Shayna Baszler.
Yes. But hit us with the next one. This is what a lot of people want to see. This is a dream scenario, and I want you to tell the people why this is not going to take place.
As much fun as it would be, and as much as people would enjoy it, Triple H is 53 years old and has a pacemaker. The WWE's insurance would never allow him to step in the ring as a member of the corporate part of the company, just because if he had a heart attack and died, that's a major liability that would cost TKO billions.
It is.
Yes.
He would find himself between the proverbial rock and a hard place.
That is nicely done. Now that isn't to say Triple H can't, I don't know, swing a sledgehammer real hard or drop pedigree. But as far as wrestling a full-length match, you've got a better chance.
It's not like we would need The Rock and Triple H to go any longer than 4 minutes anyway.
You've got a better chance of my big fat ass main eventing WrestleMania than you do for Triple H wrestling The Rock this year.
But it is a lovely thought.
And if they call me and ask me if I want a main event, I'm going to tell them no, because this is Cody's time and I'm a generous lover.
You know yourself, racist.
Sorry, baby.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hit us with the next one, my man. I found this interesting. Dustin Rhodes, here shipped as the American Nightmare back in 2000 in WCW.
Yeah.
PJ Polacco, otherwise known as...
One moment. Yanni says, what if you signed a release waiver? Even then, so because he's a member of... He's got a corporate contract, so even as a talent, he wouldn't have a independent contractor deal with TKO or the WWE. Because he's a member of the corporate board, they would never levy the insurance with how much he's needed to fulfill his role for a one-off match that could potentially blow his heart up. Also, in sports, anywhere, a pacemaker is an automatic disqualifier to participate in any physical televised activity. That's why you don't get NFL players with pacemakers after they've had open heart surgeries, basketball, boxing, you name it. A pacemaker is an automatic disqualifier, and because the WWE still has to operate with wrestling licenses in certain states, Triple H, anywhere they had an athletic commission, couldn't get cleared to wrestle. So it's just too much of a liability for the company. They couldn't get him cleared. A doctor could come in and say, yeah, he can do this, but it would have to be, even if they got a doctor to sign off of it, it's the corporate side of his job that would disqualify him from being able to do it.
Yeah.
Just because they pay him insurance now, and why would we want to fuck that up? Plus, the whole being dead thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of a hard road to get around, except for guys like me and Max.
Again, speaking of the Click, Just Incredible was on Twitter the other day showing pictures of a leg he's about to lose. It looks ungodly awful. Was asking for help for money for the medicine for what he needs for his leg. Dustin Rhodes rather come out and was like, "Hey man, I don't want thanks or nothing, but PM me your PayPal and just stay clean." So I know that that's not a whole lot of wrestling news, but I thought that it should be talked about and that Dustin should get the thank you for being a decent human being.
I didn't know that, Yanni.
What's that?
There is a pro soccer player who plays with one. That's why I asked. Well, that just proves that, most sports in the UK are lawless and should be outlawed.
Is that... Well, hold
Or
on.
that they're more badass than we are.
Did he say soccer?
Yeah.
No one watches soccer. Hit us with the next one, please.
The most popular sport on the planet.
It's gross. Alright, now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of things. Ashley Mazzario, now implicated within the Vince McMahon
Yeah.
to-do. I said in the beginning when we first broke the Vince McMahon news that I hoped that Ashley had no part.
He did actually. If you go back and watch when this whole thing started with the Vince allegations, Luke brought her name up almost immediately.
Well, I remember with her committing suicide and them talking about the USO show stuff. I don't really know what to say. I do. Well, I mean, because it's one of those. I told you. I felt something, but I honestly, this is something that I wish I would have been wrong about. But I'm not.
We'll do a brief cover for it. Ashley was
Trigger warning.
Yes, big trigger warning. Ashley was sexually assaulted during a USO show by a doctor overseas. Came back, filed her complaints, filed her reports, and the WWE basically was like, "Well, shut the fuck up, or we'll fire."
It's written on the screen.
So I'm gonna read. This is her personal statement. During my time with the WWE, I had observed Vince McMahon making out with other divas in the locker room, but he never paid attention to me, and I assumed I was not his type. This changed after my Playboy cover was released. I was fortunate enough to be allowed to fly on the company jet and stay at the same hotels as the executives for a period of time so that I could get home faster to spend more time with my daughter. On one of these occasions, Vince was attempting to get me alone with him in his hotel room late at night, and I felt extraordinarily uncomfortable. He began calling the hotel room phone and my cell phone nonstop. I called Kevin Dunn to explain the situation. He said I should tell Vince I wasn't feeling well, that I would see him on TV the next day, so I did. Immediately after that night, Vince started writing my promos for me. Vince doesn't write promos for female talent or female wrestlers. That is the job of the creative department, and he certainly wouldn't have, under any normal circumstances, written a promo for me, but he did, and the promos were written with the clear intention of ruining my career. I brought the first script Vince wrote me to the WWE employee in charge of creative at the time, Michael Hayes, and said, "You're not saying this, who the hell wrote this?" And I told him that Vince did. He said, "Well, kid, these are the breaks." Meaning that Vince wanted to end my career and destroy my reputation on my way out. He's known for this type of behavior and also did this to whomever. Upon her departure from WWE, I assume that's Mickey James.
Yeah.
In addition, after that night, each time I walked by him, he would make vulgar sexual comments that were clearly designed to make me uncomfortable.
This is from Ashley Mazzario's personal diary. That the family allowed people to excerpt now with all of this coming out. Trash.
Garbage, man.
Almost as much garbage as what I have for you next. This is Kevin Nash.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Hold on, I've got all of this written out too. Let me find it.
Kevin Nash, who I would like to point out, up till this time publicly, has been a fairly liberal, fairly even-keeled individual who supports human rights.
Yeah.
And has also lost a son last year.
Mind you, this is all excerpts from Kevin Nash's podcast.
So there may be one or two contextual things we're missing. That being said, Kevin,
Some of that you can't.
these were done to me by a 77-year-old man. I wouldn't be looking for a payoff. I'd be looking for criminal charges so you can get civil. This wasn't a trigger warning, serious trigger warning. This wasn't a 14-year-old girl who gave him a hand job when they say she is being groomed. Well, Jesus, how did she knock it out of this? Sean and Kevin say that surely authorities investigated and the board investigated and they thought he should be brought back. So what did he do? Sean says that perhaps people are going after Vince for money because Vince cashed out so much on his stock recently. Kevin says his friend got harassed on Rumble weekend while he was trying to book the show because he didn't take time to read 68 pages after his father-in-law already backed out of the company. Kevin says this woman could have very easily had a consensual relationship with Vince and that Linda found out about it when Vince cut it off, got the woman to sign the NDA just like other 4 women did, and clearly there's a pattern there, as in cheating, not abuse. Kevin says the victim's attorney is short and blonde. She looks like she went to the fucking University of Phoenix to get a law degree. She knows nothing about the terminology of grooming. Kevin says Vince has enough money that it'd be no problem with the victim on the stand. He's only seen blurbs in the mainstream media news, nothing else. Says the 68-page thing wasn't written by someone who knows what the fuck they're doing. Says he's not going to read all the pages of the lawsuit, but he looked at it because Paul's such a good friend and Vince made him a star. The things that have been alleged are horrific, but if you know Vince, it's a fantasy. It's a power thing. The texts were just fantasy playing the women threw Vince under the fucking bus to get a payout for her and her blonde-haired attorney.
Grooming doesn't have to be a child, for one thing. That's the ignorant fucking statement.
Yeah,
Like I said, I didn't think I had fuck Kevin Nash on my bingo card this year.
Let's take some context into number one. These are excerpts, so there may have been
more context,
qualifying or post-qualifying comments.
Correct. But this is factual things that were said.
But while there are even some points regarding the NDAs and the payouts and things like that you can make a discussion for, the ultimate thing is tact, man. Like, you've got a woman here. We don't know the specifics, and like we even said last week, devil's advocate, this all could come out to be one giant bullshit hit piece. Do we believe that's the case? No. Do we support the victims in question? Yes. That being said, the very real reality that, yeah, there are women who have put powerful men in positions over money. That has been a legitimate occurrence. Again, we are not saying that's what happened here because we agree with the victims and we support them.
Agreed.
But should that be the case, and should that be the situation, or I'm sorry, if it's not the case and not the situation, there's a woman who is advocating for change right now in a very toxic culture, and Kevin Nash himself has been a party to some of the more toxic elements that we've witnessed. So,
True.
Despite your personal feelings for Vince, and despite your personal feelings regarding the situation, you've got a platform, so you spoke up for relevancy instead of just either A, being the one guy on the internet who fucking didn't, or B, choosing decency as your fucking religion for the day.
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up more than you do. And I know that he's Kevin Nash and he's made millions in wrestling and he knows Vince and blah fucking blah. I don't care. I don't care about any of that shit. I care about what's fucking right and what's decent in this situation. And goddammit, keep your fucking mouth shut and let litigation speak for itself. And that goes for every single, it goes for Cornette, that goes for Mick Foley, that goes for every other podcaster who's out there talking about this shit and isn't just giving information. Because that's all we're doing. We're not giving opinions. No. And we're not giving sidelines. We're telling you what's happening.
If you want my opinion, I think Vince is a piece of shit.
Right. But that being said, we're not using conjecture or using our platform to dehumanize another human fucking being.
No.
You want to support Vince? That's fine. Do it the decent fucking way and don't use your million follower plus fucking influence and your Twitter accounts and your fucking TikToks and all your bullshit to sway the media and other people's opinions on this subject when what actually happened, and we know this for a fact, is there is a litany of women who've signed these NDAs, so obviously something is occurring. Even if it is just Vince being sexually harassive and not that dangerous, that's still bad. So shut up. Use your platform to help people or use it to talk about the shit you know about and shut the fuck up the rest of the time.
Hit us with the next one. Alright, we touched on this just a few minutes ago. Rhea Ripley, the first official match for Elimination Chamber. Rhea Ripley defends the Women's World Heavyweight Championship against Nia Jax. I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say that Rhea doesn't lose the title.
Oh, God, no. No, Rhea's keeping it.
But I figured I'd just throw that out there.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's
fuck
going
that.
to... Unless she wins it and it's Becky Lynch and her at Mania, but that wouldn't make any sense.
No, that's not going to happen.
Becky and Nia.
No, Nia's going to lose. If they pull the belt off Rhea now, they fuck their women's division.
Agreed.
Because she's a way. No offense to Io.
Yeah.
Not at all. She's a way bigger star than Io Sky.
Also, as of today, 100 and what did they say? 116 days left for Damian Priest to cash in Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Will he be the first not to cash it in? If he doesn't cash it in, what happens?
Like not cash it in at all, or cash in and lose.
No, not cash it in at all.
I mean, the contract expires on July 1st.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if he doesn't cash in, he forgoes his year-long attempt at a title shot.
Does The Rock beat Roman Reigns and then he cashes in on The Rock?
No.
Don't think so.
No. I did consider that as an alternative at first, but I think
Maybe
now
cash in on Seth.
I think
or
he
Drew.
would cash in on Seth, Drew, and Sammy.
It would be Drew because him and Drew are having such a hard fucking.
But imagine though, Drew does beat Seth, and Damian cashes in and takes it off of Drew.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole different landscape.
Well, we know Seth's going away for a while once he loses the title for surgeries.
So
it would be the right thing to do.
And it'd be the perfect way to elevate the Judgment Day.
Agreed.
Put them in the main event spot, declare him the official leader of the Judgment Day as world champion, and maybe actually get back to being a serious heel faction.
Dominic Mysterio the other day during an interview said he wants to win the world title.
Yeah.
So that him and Mommy would have.
Was it Tom or Nick?
Dominic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dirty Dom. So that way him and Rhea Ripley could have matching belts.
Yeah.
Because that would be cool.
All right, guys. I don't know what we have next. However, I have to go call my bartender about getting the Super Bowl on their TV right now because she's having trouble.
Go ahead and step off the side.
Y'all do your thing here, and I'll be right back. Words
Right, y'all.
our sponsors.
Go ahead and hit us with the next one. Go ahead and hit us with the next one. This has been announced for Prestige Wrestling. Shelton Benjamin will take on Josh Alexander May 16th.
I hate that it's in California because I want to watch it.
Prestige getting probably one of the biggest independent wrestling matches in the history of indie wrestling. It should be a hell of a fight, hell of a match. I can't wait to see it. Hit us with the next one. Fight! Real Deathmatch Wrestling, formerly known as In a Fight Underground or AFU Hardcore, returns. Debuts in Metropolis, returns to IWTV March the 28th. Hit us with the next one. Where you can find Pro Wrestling Throwdown, the commentary team. We have a bunch of matches scheduled. It will be a no-ring deathmatch show, which means there is no ring. These men will come into the arena, into the battleground, so to speak, to fight tooth and nail with each other with no limitations, no rules, no ring, no problem. Metropolis has been a hotbed of deathmatch wrestling since the early 2000s with Ron Zaragoza and Chaos Pro Wrestling, or CPW. Do or Die Professional Wrestling, DODPW, used to run out of Metropolis, as well as numerous wrestling federations, numerous stars. Ricochet broke his teeth in Metropolis, Illinois. Several people cut their teeth. It's going to be a good show. I'm looking forward to a lot of the stuff we got. We got Madman Pondo coming back. We have Ty Blade. We have Tyler Thorne. We have Bull Bronson versus Ray Waddell, which is something that I'm looking forward to.
You're goddamn right.
Zach Sawyer taking on Anakin Murphy in an I Quit match. As well as Ty Blade will be in the main event. But my money on the top match of the night goes to Brian, the Suicide King, Brian Richards, taking on Merck for the Fight Heavyweight Championship, I guess is what formerly known as the AFU Hardcore Championship.
You're goddamn
Now
right.
known as the Fight Heavyweight Championship. Brian Richards has fought his way from the bottom to be where he is right now. As far as we know right now, Dalton Diamond, Cash Borden, and C.W. Graves of the Forgotten are not booked or
welcome.
from what I understand, not welcome into the building.
Damn right.
But as far as a good show, we're going to do, what is it? Front row's $30, general admission's $20. Come in, have fun with us. Come up, get an autograph. You're going to not want to miss Fight, taking place March 28th. 2024 from Metropolis Community Center.
My old stomping grounds, baby. That's where Caleb Black was born.
Yeah,
Metropolis, Illinois. I wonder what's going to happen. Tell me about it.
Going to be a lot of wrestling.
I'll go to the next one.
That's it. As for our segment, our segment is over.
I guess you know what that means.
That means that it's that time.
It's that time. It's time for everyone's favorite segment. It's time for birthdays.
Bullshit.
Max, take it away.
Birthdays and
Yeah, I'm gonna
business.
sit here to get mine.
Bullshit. Justin Savage. Hey, what's up, Sam? Drew's whole thing is if he wants to win the title in front of a crowd. If Priest cashes in on the spot, both men are exhausted, down and hurt. Priest is fresh. Priest wins, not only becoming champion, but I mean, yeah, that's ultimately the idea.
That's what I was thinking.
But Drew gets his payoff. If he beats Seth, he can say he won the world title in front of a crowd, and then someone else took it away from him.
Yes.
You can turn Drew McIntyre babyface that way, and now you've got Drew chasing Damian while Seth's off TV, preventing Drew from winning in front of a crowd again, vice versa. You give Drew another reason to turn babyface, or you lean into however the Judgment Day is, turn Damian babyface and have Drew be the heel hunting the title.
Yep.
Which I wouldn't always recommend, but with that very specific outline, could be fucking money.
Yeah, it really could. All right, Max, take it away.
All right.
You are left and right.
All right, for a countdown,
Not
there
confused,
our record breakers here.
Record breakers!
Got Roman
Breaking.
Reigns, of course.
Records.
1,287 days today.
Tribal Chief.
Brontosaurus.
Well, Tribal Chief for now-ish.
Look at this. Look at this.
Brian
Look at
last
this. Look.
Brian
Wait,
last
wait, wait.
made a
Acknowledge your Tribal Chief.
Fuck
See
you.
that?
Brian last made a really interesting point though. If The Rock does beat Roman, would then The Rock not be the tribal chief, but wouldn't he be the high chief?
He would
Because
be
of
high
Peter
chief.
Maivia?
Yeah.
Just something Brian had pointed out, because his grandfather's High Chief Peter Maivia, so you've got the High Chief,
Then you've
the
got the
tribal
Tribal
chief.
Chief. Yeah.
Right.
Fix this now.
Seeing who sits at the head of the table.
Yeah. This man sits at the head of my table.
That is the Intercontinental
That's
Champion,
my tribal
Gunther.
chief.
How many days?
611
As many days
days
as he
today.
wants.
611 days. So what does that leave him on the money, the dates? What do we got here?
He's
611?
8 days away from setting the all-time record of commutatively held titles.
Yeah.
Time.
Monday
Correct.
night, I believe next Monday, I think will be,
Celebration.
He'll set the entire record for the Intercontinental title.
Yep.
yeah.
And you know what? In our lifetime, that's pretty fucking cool.
That is pretty sick.
The WWE is booked in a way that actually takes that into consideration too, where he's going to be the most prolific Intercontinental Champion no matter how you slice it.
Yeah.
That's really that's a good bit of
It's a
history.
mistake.
It's a good
That's
bit of
the
business.
thing they couldn't do with Roman, but they can do with
They
him.
can do with him, yeah.
100%
It's
agree.
fantastic.
Hit us with the next one. That is Mr.
Seth Franklin Rollins. You said Franklin this time.
I always
Proud of
say
you.
Franklin now.
My boy.
That's almost like Pete Denune.
Pete Denune.
287 days today.
For almost a full year.
Yeah.
Undefeated world champion.
Yeah, well,
Seth Franklin
that would be
Rollins.
Crown Jewel. Crown
Yeah.
Jewel will be a year, or Night of Champions,
Night of
whatever
Champions.
they call it. Seth Franklin Rollins got a bad bum knee, so we'll see how long that rides out. Who we got next?
Mom.
God damn it. That is Rhea Ripley. Thanks. Carriage House. Where is she studying right now?
316
I don't know, man.
days,
Which makes her what?
which, with,
She's still-
excluding the WWF,
She's still at number 9.
yeah.
Yeah, so she's 9th overall of all women's champions.
What about of the modern era?
Well, let's see. Who would it be? Bianca would still be at 420
WWE,
days,
yep.
and Becky Lynch at 398.
So she's third on that record.
No, because Bailey's
So
still
then
at 380.
Bailey would be 380, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's number 4 overall modern, number 9 overall on the list.
Okay.
380 is also
Hey.
the fabulous Moolah.
Something worth mentioning there, though, if you look at that list,
But also, this is, no, never mind.
almost all of 90% of that list is post, not 90, sorry, about 60% is post Attitude Era.
Yeah.
With all modern champions. AJ Lee, Bailey, Becky Lynch, Bianca, even Trish, relatively post. Like, women's wrestling, man, it's come a long way.
Really has. All right, hit us with the next one.
I'm sorry, have the Judgment Day not... I imagine, how long have they been tag team champions now?
Is that an intentional typo to blow Caleb's
What's
mind,
that?
or was that just an accident?
Happy birthday? Birthday?
Well, I saw when they said it was exploding.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought you were going
hold on.
Is it going around the moon 365 days?
How do I... That's fucking stupid. What? There you go, there's your eye.
There you go.
Happy birthday.
Perfect. All right, hit us with the next one. Here we go.
God, Shamrock.
Shamrock's Rocks. Coming to backstage area near you.
Okay, Shamrock.
I didn't have time to get a special picture together.
He is
That is perfectly fine.
He's a member of the TNA Hall of Fame and
Rock
notorious
inducted him.
LSD dealer.
He likes the ecstasy.
Oh, ecstasy, that's what it was.
Also one of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet.
Yeah, I wouldn't fight him about
That's
it.
clearly what that picture is right there. He just
Thanks for
took a
tuning in,
big
Yanni.
giant sniff of it and he's
Yeah.
powered up.
Multiple time
Powered
UFC
up.
champion.
Save me some.
Ken Shamrock.
Save me some.
Save me some.
Save me some.
Have we determined whether or not he's in his 60s yet? I can't remember.
Then I'm way over here today,
He's up
so I
there.
know you guys can't cheat.
Well, when he was in his heyday of UFC, that was
I can't see
92,
my
93. So
Still in his 20s then, though.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say 71. He's up there, dude.
55.
Luke, your limb broke. He is 60 years old.
I'll take it. 71 years old.
Look,
He
it's
was
the drugs,
wrestling
bro.
so cold.
It's the drugs. I'm sorry.
What?
He looks like an old man. I'm sorry.
He is an old man, but he's not that fucking old.
It's the drugs.
We're old men, but we're not that fucking old.
Hit us with the next one.
We're just too old to die young.
That is Supermax. That is
Also
Mr.
today,
What is that? Hernandez?
Hernandez.
You know Hernandez, don't you?
Hernandez?
Didn't you sleep with Hernandez's girlfriend?
Hernandez?
Didn't you sleep with Supermax's girlfriend?
It's like,
I thought you did. He slept with this man's girlfriend.
well, okay.
As long as it was just sleeping, it's okay.
Hold on.
Well, there was penises involved.
Hold on.
Multiple?
Wasn't his,
I didn't say another.
full-time girlfriend was one of his gals that was on the road with him, and I wasn't aware of this.
And Caleb wanted road penis. So he gave it to her.
I wasn't aware of this when it happened until the next morning when Hernandez came to get her, and was none too enthused about her having been with me. And I'm really lucky that he didn't beat my ass.
The only reason he didn't is because they have. Don't you guys have a thing about family?
Well, we do.
I mean, he looks like Vin Diesel. I'm guessing he talks about family.
That's why a
Hernandez,
little
Big
embarrassed.
Max,
It's
54 years old.
50.
How about 51
Ooh.
today?
Ooh, that was a good one.
Tommy Dreamer.
This list just keeps getting better.
God
and better.
damn. I didn't sleep with Tommy's old lady.
No, that's because Tommy was busy sleeping himself. You know how he got the name Dreamer, right? He was legitimately put to sleep in a sleeper hold in the middle of a match once.
That
Fell
makes
asleep,
sense.
so they called him Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy Dreamer, the innovator of violence, ECW original, former ECW world champion.
One of the greatest ECW legends.
WWE hardcore champion, current reigning and defending TNA digital media champion.
Actually, I believe he lost that to Crazy Steve.
Oh, did he? Oh, that's right, he did. Yeah. Still is an active participant with TNA, trainer. Have a couple of really shitty personal stories about him, about how mean he is to all of the girls in the indies, but he's always been that way.
He's always been kind of...
He's also one of the hosts on Busted Open Radio.
Yep.
If you have SiriusXM, check it out. It's a daily wrestling show. By the way, they're 7 days a week now.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, killing it. Over there, Dave LeGrec, my guy.
There's always been 7 days in the week, Caleb. What are you talking about?
What day is today?
Wrestling
It
Day.
doesn't matter! Sorry. Tommy
That's
Dreamer.
weird coming out of a Cody fan's mouth.
You're goddamn right.
Cody Craven.
I'm so many emotions.
I don't want him to
Stupid rock allergies. Let it out, man. Tommy Dreamer, fucking 54.
55.
About 53.
Oh!
Point.
It's all broken.
Tommy Dreamer broke us.
Son of a bitch.
Rest in peace, Big Vis.
Hey,
On the 14th, we remember Big Vis was 1971, 2014.
had the absolute pleasure to work with him a handful of times at the Superman Festival in Metropolis. Knockout fucking stand-up dude.
Super nice guy.
I will never forget, he wrestled another very, very large kid at the time named Chris Mack. Was in his 20s, 22, 23 maybe. 6'4",
Chris.
480, all talent, just a big fucking boy. And somehow, they put the two of them in the ring together. They go for a double shoulder tackle, and Chris, takes him off his feet with it. And Viscera sits him down after the match, and he's like, my boy. He's like, you're a big boy. I'm a big man. We gotta slow down. And Chris was like, apologizing the whole time. I'm so sorry, because it wasn't the spot. They were supposed to feed off of each of the shoulder tackle, and neither one of them was supposed to bump. Chris came in too hot and legitimately took him off his feet. And Vis was like, I can take that. I'm a big man. But you come at a smaller guy like that and hit him that hard, you could hurt him.
Yeah.
And really, instead of like bitching him out or cussing him for killing his heat or anything, just set him down for like 10 minutes and was like, let me talk to you, one big man to another. Let me help you get better. I'm not mad at you.
I just want you to be able to do it right.
to do this job the right way.
Yeah.
Really incredible, Leon, fucking stand-up guy.
Always be King Mabel to me.
Yeah, man. Really legit dude.
Hit us with the next one. Rest in peace.
Rip. What the hell's that?
That is...
That's Travis Banks.
Who the hell cares? I'm kidding. I don't know him. I'm guessing NXT
a UK
guy?
talent, yes.
Okay. I'll take a guess and say 28 because I don't know him.
I'm going to say 29 because I think he's older.
How about 37?
Got it. He's way older.
Way older. I was way off.
Is that Rich Swann?
Yes, it is.
That imprisoning motherfucker? He's such a piece of shit. He hides guests in the locker rooms, ties up his girlfriends. Are you done? Can they stay here, right?
Rich Swann's 34.
Rich Swann's...
Moving on. 34.
Rich Swann's kidnapping ass is 35.
How about 33?
Ah, damn. High age. Wow.
Yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself. Both share the same age. What's wrong with you?
Gangrel.
That is Mr. David Heath.
Oh, the 16th?
He's a vampire.
Yeah, he is.
Started the Brood.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, you know where he got the name Gangrel? Vampire the Masquerade, the old tabletop game.
Oh,
sort of like
Gangrel,
sort of like D&D.
Yep.
Gangrel is a like a type of vampire, an auspice of vampire, whatever. And he picked it, and my God, it stuck.
Yep. Vampire Warrior.
Way cooler vampire than Kevin Thorne.
Yeah. Or Malachi.
Not to be confused with Tyler Thorne's
Hey.
happy.
Oh, not
They're
that.
coming to get you, Malachi.
Let's see.
Malachi's not a vampire. He's just dark and broody. He's just an emo kid who kicks people in the face.
Like Annika Murphy.
Well, sorry. He's an emo kid who kicks people in the face effectively.
Oh, okay, so not Annika Murphy.
Thank you. That's
Even
better.
more-
How old is this motherfucker?
60s
can't
at
tell you.
least.
61.
62.
Both wrong. How about 55 on the 16th?
Really?
Damn, he's looking good.
Wow. Well, I mean, yeah, Triple H isn't quite 60 either. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, well, no matter. Yeah. Alright, this is the next one.
Then our last wrestling birthday,
Ooh.
actually, on the 17th.
Is that Jimmy Jacobs?
That's Jimmy
Fucking
Jacobs.
love Jimmy Jacobs.
Eddie's bitch.
Jimmy Jacobs was the first heel I ever saw wrestling live at IWA Mid-South with this gentleman.
Yep.
And then had the distinct pleasure of wrestling him a couple times, working with him. And also, I don't know if you'll remember this or not, but we had a 7-game streak of Words with Friends where he lost.
Yeah. Yep.
He's welcome for it.
Got fired for taking a picture with the Young Bucks in the
Yeah.
parking lot.
Yeah, Mr. Jim. I'm going to hit him up on Twitter later.
How old?
Shit.
I'm going to say 45.
40. I think he's a little... Yeah, I'm going to say 38. I think he's younger than that.
How about 40 years old
Well,
Take
on the
it.
17th?
he's my age. Makes sense.
That's 3-1 going into celebrity birthdays.
All right.
I can't win
There's
them all.
just about a handful and a half here.
Alright, hit us with the first one. That is Mrs. Jennifer.
Jennifer
Aniston.
Aniston.
The only good-looking one from Friends.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't know.
You know she's married to Adam Sandler now.
Well, in movies.
So is Drew Barrymore.
I thought that was real.
No, that Those aren't historical documents, Max.
They're not?
They're what we
No.
call TV shows here.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore doesn't have
It was a
Alzheimer's.
full-length movie. It had to be real.
No.
No.
Did you see that on the internet?
No, it's
Because if you didn't see it on the internet,
Adam
it's real.
Sandler,
they're
the
detectives.
hold on, Adam Sandler, the pro golfer, and son of the devil,
And also detective.
and former NFL star.
Well, the guy gets around. He can't decide what he
I'm
wants
sorry,
to do.
college football star.
Jennifer Aniston, whom we were all talking about before that tri-raid come out. Probably We're the Millers, probably one of my favorite things she's ever done. And Bruce Almighty.
Friends, Bruce Almighty.
Ledger.
She's also fantastic in the Apple TV show. It's not the Newsroom.
The
Morning Show.
The Morning Show, yeah.
Incredible. The
Yeah,
Morning
she's
Show.
fantastic.
However, Steve Carell.
How old is she?
Show. She's in her 50s. 55. That's my guess.
56.
Yeah, 55 today.
I knew she was either 55 or 56.
Good
Because
job.
I remember when she turned 50, I was looking at the magazine
Yeah.
like, there ain't no fucking way she's 50.
That's
Also today,
Taylor Lautner, whose wife is also named Taylor Lautner, and that's a true story.
you know, he's a wolf.
Yeah, he's a
You know,
what?
not
So
a werewolf.
No,
he's a skinwalker.
he's a skinwalker.
Oh,
If he was a werewolf, he would only be able to change. He's a changeling, is what he
Yeah,
is.
well, the Lakota tribe. So never mind.
What
I'm
the
not
fuck
gonna
are
get
they
into
called? Lycan. He's a Lycan.
No, he's a. So if you ever read the books,
he's
I'm about to nerd out on you real hard. They talk about how they're not actually werewolves. They just take the shape of wolves, and there are werewolves who exist in that universe.
Yeah.
They're
So they're
skinwalkers.
shapeshifters.
Skinwalkers. No, shapeshifters turn into other people. Skinwalkers turn into animals.
Because they walk in their skin.
Yeah.
They're like, fucking, what's his face from True Blood? Sam.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
Yeah,
like Sam
yeah,
from
yeah.
True Blood.
Except they just choose giant wolves.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Taylor Lautner,
Was also fantastic in that stupid Adam Sandler
Ridiculous
Magnificent
Six.
Was awesome. I don't care what anyone
Ridiculous
says. He was
Six.
hilarious.
That's my sex box. Yeah.
However, this kid, number one, he's a legitimate black belt in like karate, taekwondo, and 2 other martial arts. Made all of his Twilight money, hated Hollywood culture, and was like, well, I'm just not going to do this anymore unless I want to. Got married to a gal named Taylor, so both him and his wife are Taylor Lautner. And he just did a music video where he was a fucking ninja and did all of his own stunts with the stunt crew. And he's a bad mamma jamma for being a guy who got stuck being a pop icon.
And he was freaking Shark Boy.
He was Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Forgot about that. That being said, 35.
36.
that being said, 32.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
younger than me. Good for him. Good for you, Taylor Lautner. Proud of you.
That's Mr.
Well,
Josh
well,
Brolin.
It's Josh Brolin. Thanos. Sorry, I didn't know Thanos.
Well, I was gonna say,
Bria.
the Goonies.
Yeah, Goonies.
Cable.
He's also Cable.
He's also in the Goonies.
He was in the Goonies.
He was the evil doctor in Planet Terror.
He was
Goonies.
also in that movie, The Goonies.
Yeah. He's also Jonah Hex, but no one wants to talk about it.
Jonah Hex, and then he did Jonah Hex, and then he did a movie in the '80s where he was this nerd's big brother. Goonies.
He was in the really good one with the
Octopus?
right where they were no that legit where they were firefighters and they're all. Have you not seen it? So I don't want to.
Is that the one where they're on the mountain?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that called? I know the movie you're talking
I don't
about.
remember what it's called.
37.
Yeah.
It's
based
about
on a
the
true
trap
story.
miners.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
Where it's him and a bunch of other people go up to rescue these people.
Yeah.
It's got Miles Teller.
No. They're fighting a fire. They're firefighters.
You're thinking of
That's
two
not
different
what I'm
movies.
thinking of then. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking of something.
That being
completely
said-
Okay, no, they all. It's a true story where
Yeah.
they all died trying to fight a fire.
Yeah.
Fight a fire.
Josh,
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Josh Brolin of Goonies fame and no other films. Ever. It's the only one he did. I know he was in the 60s.
He could eat a peach fry. Sorry.
That's Nicolas Cage.
I know, it's my Nicolas Cage.
What are you doing?
Shut up. Alright, Josh Brolin.
Cross my streams, you prick.
He's got to be up there, dude.
60s at least.
I remember when he played Agent K, and they had talked about the
Oh,
fact that
yeah.
him and Tommy
Yeah.
Lee Jones weren't that far in age.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they were so good.
And he was
was
perfect as young K.
70.
No, 60, younger.
How about 56? So
You're
he's younger.
shitting me.
He's way younger than
Oh,
I
he was
thought
at
he
least in the
was.
60s.
I
God
don't
damn.
know.
Yes.
Good for Josh Brolin. All right, pal.
Good for, oh, Christina Ricci.
Hey, he's coming back as Cable, by the way.
I don't care about him anymore.
Also on the
Christina
12th,
Ricci's on the screen.
My queen.
Casper.
My first
Wendy.
true love.
Wednesday. Penelope.
No, you're right.
Oh, just
just Christina.
Black Snake Moan where she got all naked in her underwear.
Wednesday.
They got extra naked.
Christina Ricci.
Sorry, I was in my own little world there for a second. Christina Ricci's gotta be
41.
42.
How about 44?
Oh!
Point Luke.
Thanks, Miss Ass.
You have 2 now.
Hey, I have 2 now.
Good for you.
That's Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg.
That's
On the
Scotty.
14th.
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. Hot Fuzz.
Paul.
Paul's a good one, dude.
Paul's fucking hilarious.
Paul
dude.
was hilarious.
Isn't Josh Brolin and Paul? Isn't he the cop? Isn't he
You know,
the
he may
agent
be
that
right,
ends up
yeah.
saving
I
him at
watched
the end of the
you're
movie?
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Simon Pegg
It's either that or Matt Dillon.
was almost a doctor.
And it would have been Dr. Diamond Pegg.
No, almost the doctor.
Oh, yeah. He
was
turned it
almost
down.
the doctor. Simon Pegg, 50s. 53. I guess.
Simon Pegg, 54.
How about 54
Nice.
I got another one.
of the
You
14th?
did, buddy. I'm proud of you. Is that Dr. Quinn, medicine woman?
Well, yeah, it's Walker and Texas Ranger underneath it.
I don't know. Did you find that?
No, I made that.
He made it.
That's fucking incredible.
He asked me the other night, he's like, should I put Walker and Texas Ranger under there?
You absolutely fucking should. That is brilliant, Max.
That's
If
Jane
you don't
Seymour.
get that joke, we're not even gonna bother.
If you don't get that joke, you don't chew big red. If you don't chew big red, fuck you.
We're here to talk about packs of rabid Wolverines
Rabid Wolverine.
attacking all the major
Come at
cities.
you like a spider monkey. Shit.
Jane Seymour, still one of the hottest old ladies
Yes.
ever.
Still a question.
She's also built for speed. And
I started saying still. That needs to be answered. She built the speed for
I
comfort.
forgot that was her.
Yep.
Call me Kitty. Kitty cat.
Pretty kitty. What's she gonna do? Boom to death?
She's gonna do boo-boo stuff.
Jane Seymour.
She's
Old.
up there.
Old.
Respectful.
I was watching Dr. Quinn, medicine woman, when I was a kid.
and
just-
not even
Just
an older kid.
It was
a younger
like
kid.
it was like her and Lucy, like her.
Look, I was a kid.
Dr. Quinn, medicine woman, was also on that same block with Hercules and Xena.
Yep.
So it was like an hour of her, an hour of Lucy Lawless, and then David Boreanaz had to fuck the whole thing up.
Yep.
Kevin Sorbo.
Kevin
David Boreanaz
Sorbo.
is Angel.
Yeah. She's up there.
I want to say she's almost 70, but not quite 70.
Oh, she's older than 70, dude.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, hell, Dr. Quinn,
Well, yeah, she would have
was
been
a
in her
thing when I
50s
was
in
a
fucking
kid.
Wedding Crashers, which was almost
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
68 is what I'm going to say.
69, because I think she's older.
She is a little bit older. How about 73 on the 15th?
Oh, that hurts me. That
No,
hurts
it
me
doesn't.
in such a way.
She's so good.
And that makes it 4-4 with...
Ooh, time back up. Hell
All
yeah.
right.
We actually got a fairly competitive game
I
today.
think about 5 left.
All right.
All right, let's do this. That is, it's an Olsen. That's the Scarlet Witch,
Elizabeth
right?
Olsen.
Elizabeth.
She's
Elizabeth,
the younger
on the
sister
16th,
of the twins.
But not the youngest.
But the more talented.
Yes.
Yes.
The better looking.
Member of the Marvel Universe for years.
Emily's the oldest.
Oh, I don't know. I know nothing.
She's
about
the other
Olsens.
Olsen. She's the one that's in, wasn't she in Bones? Something
You're-
like that? The oldest Olsen, not Mary Kate or Ashley, Emily Olsen.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. There was.
She has dark hair. Anyway, we'll look into it here in a
Are you
little bit.
thinking
Um,
of Emily and Zoe Deschanel?
I think he is.
I
Oh.
might be.
Yeah,
That
that's-
was Bones.
Those are
Okay,
different. Those are.
okay.
That's a whole different royal family.
Like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Where
Well,
the
there's only
fuck
one
is
royal
your head?
family, Caleb.
Oh yeah, it's the Sheens.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Bud.
Let's see. She's younger than the Olsen twins.
Yeah, but still, she's still been in the business a long time.
I'm going to say 41.
I'm going to go a little younger and say 35.
I am gonna give you both points because I forgot to write down her age.
We'll take it.
Well, hold on. Now I got to know how old she
a
is.
couple of years older than
Hold on.
me.
I got to know.
So she would not be 40 anyway.
Just looking at that, I didn't write her age down for some reason.
Wow. Well, we were both way wrong. Elizabeth Olsen is only 34 years old. Boy, she look a lot older.
Yeah, she
I'm
does.
a hard 33, but that's a hard 34.
Well, you both
Damn.
got the point anyway.
Yeah, we took it.
Damn. Wow. You slow. This coming from me. Slow down. That's LeVar
LeVar
Burton.
Burton, Mr. Reading Rainbow, Geordie yourself.
Jordy LaForge.
Read it in a book. Take a look, read it in a book. Reading Rainbow.
You should probably
sorry.
get the tune down right.
I know
Call
it's not
yourself
right.
a DJ.
I know it's not right. I don't get a lot of call for Reading Rainbow at the bar.
What you don't? You don't get random requests
Guess
for
what's happening next week?
that wishbone motherfucker. Get ready. Jordy LaForge. 65.
I would also like to point out that he was in Revenge of the Nerds.
He was. He was also in Big Bang Theory.
Couple times. What did you say?
65 is my guess.
60.
How about the 67?
Ow! I said ow!
I was shooting for a little younger than
And
65.
Well, buddy, I would
just
put that on a
realized
list.
that I left a picture out that was supposed to be on the
Okay,
16th.
well, who's that?
Yeah, tell us who it is.
That was Mr. Christopher Eccleston,
The best
doctor.
the
doctor.
doctor.
Oh, at least he was.
And
he's not the best doctor.
Yes, he is.
You all can talk this fantasy
Hey,
land
look,
all you want to.
I will.
I downloaded the pictures.
He and I
don't know
may
what happened.
never agree about Matt Smith or that other one.
Yeah, that other guy.
But to
Pete,
say that
whatever the
Eccleston
fuck
is the
his name
best.
He
is
was.
disgusting.
Insanity.
That's disgusting.
No.
He was
Wow.
better than
Nope.
Matt
That's,
Smith.
hey,
Give him that.
hey, do something. That's
Yeah,
yours. Do
I will.
something.
All right, here we go.
Let's see. Eccleston would be.
He was also the bad guy in Gone in 60 Seconds, a remake with Nicolas Cage.
He was Claude the pigeon guy in Heroes.
Yeah. Hey, Eccleston, worst doctor ever. They're right next to Matt Smith.
The one
Fuck you and your Matt Smith.
Fuck you.
Can we at least agree that the woman was terrible?
I didn't even watch hers.
Christopher Eccleston's got to be up there.
I don't think he's quite 60s yet.
No. 54.
55, because I do think he's a little older.
Forgot to write his down.
Is this our segment all of a sudden? Now I gotta know.
Make sure I got things right. No, my order got messed up somewhere.
Gotcha.
I apologize.
So somebody's age was wrong.
Yeah, somebody's.
Well, he was 59, so I would have won anyway.
Yeah. I say we take the
Oh,
point
here.
because he didn't say it.
Yeah, no, give us a point, Max.
Here, give us
Oh,
each
no.
point. Oh,
What I did is I wrote down Elizabeth's age on Christopher Eccleston and then skipped over him when I was checking his age.
gotcha. Yeah, we'll just take both points for that.
Yep.
Who is this?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, Third Rock from the Sun.
Robin.
First off, his name wasn't Robin.
Tommy.
It was Jake.
Robin Banks.
Robin Banks. That's
No,
Nick Gage's WWE name, isn't it?
Yep.
that was Tommy.
Also was in that movie Looper, where he did a spot on Bruce Willis impression.
Yep.
What was the one where
Did
he
something I
was?
made about you?
Yeah. What's the one where he was a bike rider?
One when he was a
He was a mail carrier, rode a bike, got hit by a car in the beginning of it. He's flying through the air.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
What's this?
He's
Love
59.
Wishbone. Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
It's also Heath Ledger's. No, I'm sorry.
Christopher Eccleston is 59. Will be it's
Shake
56 on the 16th.
And what did you
I'm
say?
sorry, 60.
He'll be. Yeah, we just said that.
Yeah.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah.
He was also played one of the best bad guys ever in Gone in 60 Seconds.
I also said that.
Well, I mean, a good bad guy for
Well,
a
I'm
terrible
just
movie.
repeating it.
Yeah, you're right.
Jump at the end took it out of me.
Gordon Levitt,
45.
40.
How about 43?
Ah,
You're welcome, sir.
Terrible. Should be ashamed of yourself.
Kicking your ass.
That's,
What's it set at?
That makes it 8-6 with one left.
Double or nothing?
No, I'll take it. Why not? We haven't done that one in a while.
Yeah. That is Lou Diamond Phillips. One to do
I couldn't
this
fucking
here.
tell you
Son of a bitch.
how old Lou Diamond Phillips
He looks the
is.
same age since he was 18.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here? Of course, fucking Young Guns.
Mm-hmm.
He played Richie Valens in La Bamba. He played the shit out of him in La Bamba. Bats. You know the movie Bats? How about The Seventh Sign?
So I said The Seventh Sign. What's the one where he's the doctor? He's a doctor in an early 2000s movie.
Can't remember.
Yeah, me either.
He was also on The Ranch.
He was on the ranch.
He's up there. So if I win this, I win it all. Do I have to call it exactly
Yes.
to win it all?
Yes.
All right.
That's always been the rule of double or nothing.
All right.
Gotta get right on the money. 62.
69.
Nice.
How about 62?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
You feel better?
Yeah, a little bit.
You get any of that on you?
A little bit.
Wipe off your leg. All right. Hey, I can't win them all.
Or any of them. I won it!
I won last week,
You did for the first time in 4.5
I not only won last week,
Shit.
I thromped your ass last week.
Well, that didn't happen this week, did it, bitch?
Well, I thought that rock slapping Cody, I'd give you a break.
Oh, well, you know what? I appreciate that. Also,
It's a tradition, so. Alright, it's bullshit segment. What we got next?
bullshit, baby,
It's,
bullshit.
Little educational, little just bullshit, little.
I do love educational bullshit. It's not. I can't lie to you.
Also, some of it will be. Some of it.
Oh,
some
good.
Of it will be.
Thanks. Appreciate that. Bro, why are you eating pineapple? I heard it makes seamen taste better. That's hilarious.
It's gross. That's gross.
Thank you, Max.
It's good,
Yeah,
though,
we
but
get
it's
it.
gross.
Thanks.
You're welcome for that.
Yeah. appreciate it.
Did they actually speak words like that?
No. An ancient tomb revealed a potent surprise. 17th century bones contained THC. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they were getting high back
People
then.
have been smoking pot our
Since the
entire
Garden,
fucking
since
generation.
the Garden
Yeah.
of Eden. Y'all want to get the religious part in since the Garden of Eden.
Wasn't illegal until 1952.
And even then, it wasn't really that legal.
Nah, it wasn't that
Yeah, you slap on
illegal. Depending
the
on what neighborhood you came from, anyway.
What we got here?
I got a better picture here. Okay, I'll rate it for you.
Okay.
Viking navigators are believed to have used a remarkable tool called the Sunstone to navigate. Basically, this is a fucking stone. The Sunstone.
Yeah.
You've heard of it, Caleb, right?
It's a piece of amethyst in cut amber glass.
Yeah.
It's one of the Infinity Stones that Thanos had, right?
That's exactly it, Luke.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know
it's,
those kind of
basically like a magic compass.
Kind of like
Yeah.
subspecies. The blood
It,
stone.
it used prism refraction to determine it did so many beams of where the sun was to determine what the time was.
Serious
By
question.
examining
Serious
the
question,
light
real quick,
filtered
before you
Yeah.
change. Serious question. Why is it? Why do they use prison?
Prism.
Why does it have to go to prison?
Well, no, it's a prism.
Prison.
Yeah, it's like prison, but with a speech impediment. I've been to prison.
By examining the light filtered through the crystal, they can navigate with extraordinary precision,
Yeah.
aiding their voyages.
Yeah.
When I look into an amber
Long
rock, I
before
see all
magnetic
kinds of
compass.
things.
Huh?
When I'm in touch with an amber rock, I see a whole bunch of things.
I bet you
Stop smoking meth.
it's a dab joke.
Thank
It's
you,
a
Alan.
dab joke.
I wanted to turn it into something else, but
Well, it's too late now.
apparently you
Already
like
did it.
alchemy.
do. Since it is Black History Month,
Yes.
can you read that, Caleb?
Did you know that dry cleaning was invented in 1821 by a black man named Thomas Jennings? Thomas Jennings owned a dry cleaning business in New York City and was the first black man in the United States to be granted a patent.
This is
Right
something
on.
I came across this and
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting.
I didn't know that. So
Yeah.
I learned
That's
something
law.
new today. The Inventors of Black History, of course, will be touching on several different African American leaders and culture and shit as we go.
And
through
wrestlers.
the month. Yeah.
For the whole show we do here.
Respect where respect's due, and that's respect. Hit us with the next one.
Okay, I kind of fucked this picture up because it kind of gives the answer away.
All right.
I forgot to crop it.
Okay.
Found glass lake tube shell washed up on a beach in North Carolina, and it is what it is. Stingray teeth. Well, I wouldn't have been able to tell you that.
I wouldn't have been able to
I
tell you
didn't
that was
figure
what
you
that
would.
was either.
Oh,
Oh,
that's what a stingray's mouth looks like.
Apparently, yes.
that's crazy.
You know what
I
it looks
thought
like?
it was rather
One of those
interesting.
old school air compressed washer
Yeah.
ringers.
Yeah.
Like the ringers that would roll through.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, the crank
Yeah.
one, yeah.
John
Yeah,
Paul had
that's
one of those when he babysat. and my hand got
Interesting
stuck
stuff I
in
come
once.
across there.
Prick.
All right.
Instead of giving the names of leaders, instead of giving roads the names of leaders and celebrities, if we gave them names of the contractor who built it with his address and number, I think quality of roads will improve immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I could have the E.T. Simons agents who will not finish 57 for the first time in 24 fucking years,
Right.
I'd go to their house and I'm pretty sure they'd fix it.
Fix it.
Fix it! They've been working on the same stretch of road since I was 17!
Fix it.
Fix it!
Quit.
That's a state highway.
Taylor Swift special.
2 bony thighs, 2 small breasts, and a left wing.
$9.95. There you go.
$8.95.
That's a deal. Oh, is it $8.95?
Yeah, it's $1 off.
Well, that's even more. It's even better of a deal. I wonder what her next album's going to be called. Is she just going to name it "Fuck the Chiefs"? Hit us with the next one, please.
I think it's called Fucking the Chiefs. Max, there's no way I can make that
There's
out.
no way I can read that either.
Okay, that is a picture of Michael Jackson.
That I gathered.
Did you know? So, fact, prior to 1993, Super Bowl halftime show didn't exist.
Oh.
In 1992, Fox decided to air a live episode of In Living Color at halftime to compete
I
with
remember when they did
CBS.
that.
The episode drew over 20 million viewers without paying the NFL or CBS a dime. The next year, the NFL signed Michael Jackson for the NFL halftime show.
Wasn't that the year he set himself on fire? Wasn't that the year he set himself on fire?
I
Pepsi
don't
halftime
remember.
show?
That was
I believe
the
it was.
year I was
It
in
was the
hospital.
Pepsi halftime
Yeah,
show.
I believe it was. I believe he set himself on fire at that.
You're also forgetting that the WWE used to participate in what was called Halftime Heat.
Yes.
Sunday Night Heat, the halftime show. They would run a 30-minute broadcast.
Or the Roll Bowl, depending.
Yeah. But yeah, Halftime Heat was where it was at. It's a wrestling thing.
All right, here's one next one.
Did you know some of the scenes from Star Wars movies are actually filmed on Earth? Well,
I didn't know that. That's a new one for me.
that one infuriates me to the point of no fucking end. I'm
Are
so
you sure?
annoyed right now.
Maybe they filmed it in Australia. If that is their real name.
infuriates you,
Did you know NASA has proved the distance from the sun to the Earth is equal to the distance from the Earth to the sun?
One more time. You got to finish for those that.
NASA has proved, number one, it says it should be NASA has proven that distance from the sun to the Earth is equal to the distance from the Earth to the sun.
I didn't know that. That's another one I learned. See, we're learning all kinds of stuff today, Caleb.
I hate it here. This is the worst school ever, and I went to Heron. Goats have rectangular pupils, which enables them to see.
I thought it said pubes at first. I said pubes at first.
Goats have rectangular pupils, which enables them to see certain angles a human would never be able to see.
Oh, right on.
which something I didn't know.
I didn't know that goats could see some shit that I didn't know was there. I used to live in California in an area where they filmed Star Wars in the Redwoods.
Yeah.
Said Wolfie. That's awesome, Wolfie.
Awesome.
Caleb's going to stroke out. It's always a possibility. Moving to the country, going to eat me a lot of peaches. Bowser.
He likes them peaches.
Peaches, peach, 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 peach.
We don't know the rights to that.
You don't. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Hike.
Haiku.
Unsuspecting son, dad waiting with bated breath, sets the perfect trap.
Stop it. It's terrible. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Okay, but in fairness, it's not even the first time I've used the words unsuspecting son.
I feel you.
Again, if y'all don't understand why that joke works and why it's funny, just
Because it's a haiku,
Go
written
read
in the
a
format
book
of haiku.
learn something.
Yeah, I think the people got it.
It was funnier before y'all explained it to me.
Everything cool you just said. Bible says being gay is fine as long as you're high.
A man who lays with another man should be stoned.
That's not what that verse means, you dummy. Did you write it?
Love it. Oh, that's good. That's probably one of my favorite ones of the day so far. All right, here's the next one.
Anything I can do to anger the religious right.
Can a ghost and a zombie come from the same person?
I'm so amused by the image of a ghost watching in horror as their zombified body shambles around.
Brains.
This is so embarrassing. Please, Phil, get it together. We were a lawyer, for God's sake. Okay, but that would be a hilarious fucking movie.
Oh, it'd be a buddy cop movie. It'd be great.
Like the ghost of the body with
Kind of like R.I.P.D., but good.
Oh, that would act. All right, Luke. Several $dozen idea. You and me are going to write the script.
Let's do it.
To the ghost and the zombie buddy cop.
Can we make it a silently nodded to Joyride 12? Can we call it the surname Joyride 12? Can we do that?
You could bring a bottle of pink champagne in. You must be free.
This is the next one.
There was no girl. I was just messing with you, man.
This sucks.
That's our last one here. All right.
All right, here we go.
Can you guys read it?
The reason dogs love squeaky toys is because it sounds like tiny animals dying. Skeletor will return next week with the more disturbing facts.
Until we meet again!
Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the Super Bowl. Thanks for tuning in today. Had a lot of fun. My name's Caleb Black. That's Luke the Big Dog Williams. That's Max Fury. Signing off here on a Sunday.
Oh, wait. Before we sign out.
Be sure to find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Follow us on X at ProWrestlingTD. Send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Follow us on TikTok at ProWrestlingThrowdown. What? You can check out streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown or the official Pro Wrestling Throwdown website, which is ProWrestlingThrowdown.com. Until then, y'all know the rules.
Well, those are kind of the rules.
I was about to do it.
We
You
beat you
fucked
to
me
it.
up.
We beat you to it.
That being said, go to the merch store, buy our shit, and from us to you,
as always, your mama's
keep it
ass.
in the ring. That too. Mostly your mama's ass.
Mostly the ass. Then
Your
some of
sister's
the ring.
ass.
Just a little bit.
In the ring.
In the ring.
Put your mom's ass
Keep
in the ring.
it in the ring, man.
Keep it